is now thine. In return, I shall claim that which thou holdest most dear.
Brother! Brother!
Il lui a aussi pris son bras. Je savais déjà qu'elle était pas nette, mais...
You mortals are so interesting. Peering into your hearts, plucking out long-forgotten threads of guilt and pain and fear.
My, is your hand bothering you, Your Majesty?
It is nothing.
Je l'avais pas remarqué cette main.
That far in the past.
Mais non.
The past, the future, and all that
Mais
comes
non, mais non.
between. I deny it all.
What's more, his aunts, uncles, and cousins are all involved in solving crimes one way or another. What a pedigree. So, what should we do, Idia?
Huh? Why are you asking me?
Well, I mean, as the attorney and representative in the party.
Ah, I was afraid you'd mention that. They said they were going to Starkfort, didn't they? Come on, guess we are too.
Pikalutation à toutes et à tous, c'est JR le génie. On se retrouve pour l'épisode 26 de Bravely Second and Layer sur Nintendo 3DS. Alors on va reprendre tout de suite la suite de la quête annexe. Alors on va se diriger tout de suite vers le prochain endroit, Starkfort. Tiens, j'ai deux objets qui traînent ici. La grandeur de Starkfort. Quel endroit étrange. Il est très intimidant et déprimant à la fois. C'est comme si un rêve grandiose s'était achevé ici. Il est vrai que Starkfort est tout ce qui reste des rêves de certains hommes. Cet endroit était autrefois le quartier général des Spadassins. Vous savez que ce pays a été en proie à une guerre civile il y a quelques années à peine? Oui, un long conflit a opposé les Sentinelles et les Spadassins, deux factions fraternelles. Le commandant Goodman faisait partie des figures de proue des Sentinelles, non? C'est exact. Les deux factions étaient censées se compléter. L'une protégeait le cristal, l'autre repoussait les envahisseurs. Mais au fil du temps, l'influence politique des Sentinelles a gagné du terrain, ce qui n'était pas du goût de tous. Le chef des Spadassins a alors voulu s'allier au duché, qui cherchait à l'époque à convertir d'autres pays à l'antichristalisme. Mais contre l'avis du duché, les Spadassins ont organisé un terrible coup d'état. Le duché, refusant d'abandonner les Spadassins, a dépêché sur place ses meilleures troupes, les Lames Noires. À la tête des Lames Noires se trouvait Maître Kamizumi. Edea était son élève, il lui a appris à maîtriser l'épée. Alors c'est comme ça que cette guerre a éclaté, tout a commencé ici même, dans ce fort. En effet, ce qui rend le tout encore plus incompréhensible. Qui peut bien trouver une quelconque valeur immobilière à cet endroit? Si tu as la réponse, je suis preneuse. Bon, avant de rentrer, on va essayer de faire un tout petit tour rapide. Bah tiens, qu'est-ce qu'il fait là le chat? Je me fiche que vous soyez agent de police ou détective privé et je ne veux pas de vous sur mon territoire. Ah tiens, ça en fait un déjà. Et deux. C'est bon pour les objets. On va commencer à rentrer à Starkfort. Bah tiens. Ça en fait un déjà. C'est rapide comme étage. J'ai un chemin par ici. Au milieu aussi. Me dis pas que j'en ai un aussi à gauche. Ah si. Bon bah on va commencer par celui-ci. Ah, mauvais chemin. J'ai un objet de l'autre côté. Ça va nous faire le tour, je crois. Ah bah tiens, on monte encore. Pain de sucre. C'est une pâtisserie en forme de casque ou quoi? Bon, y a rien d'autre comme objet caché. Mais ça pue trop la pièce qu'on a envie de fouiller. Allez, cette fois-ci je redescends. Je vais aller vers la droite. J'ai mon instinct qui me dit que si je vais au milieu, je vais aller à la fin du donjon. Ok, nickel. Bon, il reste plus qu'un seul objet. Ça doit être dans la grosse pièce du milieu, je pense. Bon, c'est parti. Rien ici. Ah, le voilà. Je me mets quand même à fouiller, même si on voit que le compteur il y a 0 en objet. Tiens, un coffre ici bleu. Maxi potion aussi. Il reste encore un objet. Je suis sûr que c'est la pièce du milieu. Tiens, il y a quoi ici? Juste un coffre. Bon, je vais y revenir un petit peu plus tard. Ah, très discret. Ah bah non, je me suis trompé. L'objet il était ici. Alors là, il doit y avoir moyen d'y aller. Bon, attendez. Je suis déjà passé par ici avant. Là, du coup, c'est bon, on a récupéré tous les objets du coin. Ah bah le voilà le passage. Ça c'est fait au moins. Bon, plus d'objets, il reste juste à découvrir la map. Et le fameux point de sauvegarde. Donc on va sauvegarder tout de suite. Je suis niveau 33, la map est recommandée jusqu'au niveau 34. Du coup, j'ai en profité, je vais faire mon petit level up, comme d'habitude, et remplir le bestiaire. Du coup, je vais aller faire tout ça en off, et on se retrouve tout de suite. Heureux tout le monde. Bon allez, on va monter tout de suite à l'étage. Tiens, ils sont tous là.
Idiot, you're late.
Ils sont sérieux dans la traduction? Le mec il a juste dit tu es en retard et il y a tout un pavé dessus.
Wait, why am I in trouble?
Miss Idiot, forgive me. I did not realize that you were acquainted with my dear Uncle Heinkel and Aunt Kikyo.
Don't worry about it. Just don't tell me about any more of your relatives.
Now then, allow me to bring you up to speed. The victim was one Lord Earl Gulliver, famous around these parts for his considerable wealth.
Godfrey.
Real well
Lord
known.
Godfrey.
He was alone in this room when he was stabbed in the back by an unknown assailant. He appears to have died on the spot. These three here claim to have discovered the body simultaneously. First, we have Lord Gulliver's wife, Madame Golddigger.
Golddigger dit Lapida.
Next, the current landowner of Starkfort, Mr. Land Lesser. And finally, Lord Gulliver's financial advisor, Noah Interest of
Bruno aucun intérêt.
Eisenbeck.
The murderer is within our midst!
Oh.
Soames, get yourself under control, or I'll do it for you.
So sorry, Uncle. I've just always wanted to say that.
So the three of you discovered Lord Gulliver's body simultaneously. Could you tell us the circumstances?
We came to inspect the property. My husband was interested in purchasing it as a vacation home. At first, we toured each floor together, Earl, myself, and these two, until we reached this top floor, that is. My husband, a military history buff, became so enamored with this room that he showed no sign of leaving.
And so we escorted the madam down to the 5th floor to show her a bit more of the fort.
My word, did you see him? He's like a child in a candy store.
And why shouldn't he be happy? Why, to have such a young and beautiful wife at his age. Lord Gulliver is a lucky man indeed.
Now, if you would allow me, madam, it would be my pleasure to show you the 5th floor.
No, if you don't mind, I'd like to look around on my own a bit.
Of course. As you wish, milady.
The Lord's a real character, isn't he? To think of buying a gloomy fort like this as a vacation home. And his wife. A young woman wanting to be left alone in this kind of place. She's an odd duck herself.
Well, I'll have not a bad word to say about either if they take this place off my hands.
Oh, les comportements suspects.
Oh, back so soon, milady?
Yes, I've seen more than enough. Is my husband still upstairs?
Engrossed in the ambiance of the fort, no doubt. What say we go rouse him from his reverie?
And so no one had gone in or out of this room that whole time? If so, that would practically make this a bona fide locked room mystery.
Indeed so. Mr. Lesser and I were standing at the base of these stairs the entire time.
Precisely. And no one went past us to reach the
Ah,
upper floor.
un meurtre dans la chambre
And
close.
the murder weapon.
J'aime bien cette
This
petite
single
ambiance
edged
d'enquête
dagger.
criminelle.
It was found on the floor beside the victim. It matches up to the stab wound as well.
I've got it!
Déjà?
The murderer must have prepared a weapon of solid ice, which he or she then used to deal a blow to Lord Gulliver's head.
Genius, Sholmes. Then the ice would have melted, leaving us with no murder weapon.
Déjà, le mec il est HS et ils ont osé faire une référence à justement une affaire de Sherlock Holmes où ça se passait exactement de cette manière-là, c'est-à-dire un couteau de classe qui a été planté et qui justement a fondu pour pouvoir faire disparaître l'arme du crime. Il me semble que c'est Sherlock Holmes, je me souviens plus exactement où j'ai lu ça, ça se trouve c'était dans Détective Conan, mais ça me parle en tout cas.
That's our rope, you fools! It says YHPD right on it!
Do you see that there? A dying message! The murderer is Whit. Whitson, you couldn't have!
Sholmes, you know I would never.
Just having a laugh at your expense, old
C'est quoi
chum.
cette blague? Me dis pas que... Oh non. Je
I
note
hate to
ça.
say it, but aren't those two just getting in the way?
You do well to ignore them. His parents begged me to give him a chance. I suspect it was much the same for you, Kunoichi Kikyo PI.
Oh, j'ai la possibilité de parler aux deux. Je vais parler un petit peu à tout le monde avant. Moi, je n'ai rien fait. Mais pourquoi voudrais-je déprécier mon bien encore davantage? Ça se tient. Oh, mon amour, je voulais seulement... Quel gâchis. Et toi, tu dis quoi, toi? Nous devons protéger les lieux du crime. C'est vital pour l'enquête que personne ne touche à rien. Le criminel se cache parmi nous. Enfin, je crois. Je ne suis peut-être pas aussi survolté que Holmes, mais cela me fait quand même quelque chose. Ouais. Alors soit je parle à Heinkel ou soit je vais parler à Kikyo. Bah non, tiens, je vais plutôt parler à Kikyo.
To think that you became a private investigator. Well, I guess it's no more surprising than Heinkel working for the police.
J'avoue, la reconversion, elle est tellement surprenante.
So tell me, how does the silent sleuth see this case? As talkative as ever. That's some trick to pull off an investigation without ever opening your mouth.
All we know at present is that the victim was stabbed in the back with no sign of any struggle. We can assume that
J'avais oublié à quel point elle parlait
the murderer was
vite.
someone close to the late lord, which rules out Mr. Lesser as the two had only just met today. However, that fat banker might be a different story. Mr. Entrance is worth looking at, as of course is the young...
Oula. En fait, je vais retirer le défilement auto quand elle va parler, je pense. Histoire qu'on ait tous le temps de lire.
wife. She has the most obvious motive, but we have no actual proof, not to mention how she could gain entry.
That is simply astounding. I've never heard anyone speak so rapidly. It's like she didn't even stop to breathe.
Yeah. It's been a while, but it never fails to leave an impression.
Sholmes, she spoke.
Right you are, old chum. I dare say we have just experienced the Silent Sleuth's ninja power. Breathtaking.
But Kikyo, do you really think she could kill him in one go with those skinny arms?
Quite so. Aunt Kikyo, there must be another suspect hiding beneath this very...
You! Zip it! You know, Kikyo, the murderer must have been a pretty skilled assassin to pull this off. Someone as skilled
Oh, elle
as,
commence déjà à la
say,
suspecter.
You?
What?
Lord Gulliver was stabbed right through to the heart. To deal such a blow with a rusted and neglected knife, such as this one here, would surely take two hands and the full weight of a body behind it. Yet look at this. Silver blade is discolored and there's purple mottling at the base of the neck, evidence that the blade was coated with some kind of poison. All the murderer had to do was scratch Gulliver's skin.
Une
and
lampe
here, this
empoisonnée.
cut on the victim's leather belt shows that there was at least one missed strike, a derelict weapon, a wasted poison, a ruthlessly difficult method of killing. In short, this murder was no experienced assassin, but a rank amateur.
Right, not at all your style. I'm sorry for suggesting it. Which leaves us with the wife as the prime suspect after all.
Madam Golddigger, I'm afraid we'll need to take you into custody as a material witness.
You mean, as a suspect? Oh, ridiculous! I didn't do it!
I can understand why you might say that. Madam, I do not enjoy using force. I suggest you come along quietly.
What insight, what acumen, to determine so much from a single knife! It pains me to discount my uncle's work, but there is nothing so impressive as the instincts and deductions of a private investigator. Do you not agree, my good Whitson?
Tiens, t'as Whitson qui a même pas l'air d'être aussi enjoué que ça.
That's all we've learned about Lord Gulliver, sir.
Carry on then. We need to determine the motive, whether it was monetary or some personal grudge. Next.
Inspector Heinkel, sir. We searched the walls from top to bottom, but found no evidence of any secret passages.
You gave them each a good whack, I trust?
A good what?
I'm asking whether you were thorough enough to give the walls a good hard knock or not.
No, sir.
Then don't say you searched top to bottom. Get some more men and start knocking walls before I knock you one in the head. Leave not a single stone unturned. I want every inch of this fort searched.
Yes, sir.
Uncle, I must say, my deductions have led me to believe that the murderer must have hidden beneath...
Oh, we have work to do, Sholmes. Try not to get in the way, will you?
Comment il l'a stoppé?
How about you, Idia? Have you noticed anything odd?
I'd say the banker and the landowner both strike me as a bit suspicious.
You think so, hmm? Well, what have we found out?
Sir, we did a background check on Mr. Lesser, but found nothing particularly noteworthy. He seemed quite pleased with the prospect of having Lord Gulliver take both the land and the building off his hands. The same for the banker, Mr. Noah Entrust. He stood to gain nothing from Lord Gulliver's untimely death.
Any ties between the two?
None. They say that today was their first time meeting one another.
If those two weren't in cahoots, then this really is a locked room case. We've found no evidence to identify a suspect definitively. But if we consider motive alone...
The one who would benefit most from Lord Gulliver's death would be his wife, who stands to inherit all his massive wealth.
True, but would she really try something so obvious?
So you thought so too. Let's look into her story without any preconceived notions. Listen, men, every shred of evidence we gather brings us one step closer to catching our perp. A formal investigation is painstaking and laborious. But if we're thorough in the task, we will surely bring the culprit to justice.
Yes, sir.
What command, what presence! Now that is what true detective work
Là, il
is
met en
all
avant les
about.
petits points forts de Heinkel.
Sorry, Aunt Kikyo, but I think the Force is the place for me to lead an investigative team. Oh, surely you agree, my dear Whitson?
Et Whitson qui répond toujours rien.
The poor woman. Material witness or no, to be confined to the very room in which one's husband was brutally murdered.
At least she should be safe, with the room being locked and all.
Keep watch on Madam Golddigger. No one comes up or down these stairs, got it? Sholmes, what do you two intend to do?
We thought to examine this floor in further detail.
By Jove, I think I've got
Quoi?
it!
What?
Sorry, I just had the sudden urge to say that.
Ugh. The rest of you come with me. The lower floors need thorough inspection.
Huh? What happened to Kikyo?
Before we knew it, she had dashed off somewhere. Oh, and she left behind this note.
Investigating downstairs. Maybe she has a lead.
Bah tiens. On va aller fouiller un peu tout ça. Tiens, j'en profitais pour aller ici d'abord.
Oh, Miss Lydia.
So, I hear your family is something else, Sholmes.
I wouldn't say that.
Really? Grandfather, a famous private detective? Father, a famous police commissioner? A best-selling mystery novelist for a mother? Not to mention Heinkel and Kikyo. I'd say that's pretty darn impressive.
Perhaps. Unfortunately, I'm far less so. To be honest, it's quite a burden. I had hoped the two of you might understand how I feel. The daughter of the Grand Marshal of Eternia, and the young heir to the illustrious House Genealogia.
Well, you know yourself best. So, what are you gonna do? Planning to enter the Unihana PD? Or is the life of a
Ça va être sur ça l'intrigue alors du coup.
They both have their own appeal, of course. Should I join the police, master the art of leading an investigation, and hone my innate leadership skills as I work toward the top? Or should I use the deductive genius I was born with to become a famous PI, solving cases that have baffled ordinary minds the realm over? Miss Idia, which do you think would be a better use of my considerable talents?
Well, when you put it that way. Basically, it comes down to whether you'd rather start your career working for Heinkel or Kikyo, right? I bet whoever you turned down would try and convince you to reconsider. With force.
Do you really think so? Both my aunt and uncle seem frustrated with my aimless nature. I've come to think that they might even be relieved to not have me follow in their footsteps.
You may be less of a self-important spoiled brat than I thought. That's some insight after all. I guess it does run in the family. My advice would be to just watch carefully how both Heinkel and Kikyo approach their work.
Observation is one of the most fundamental skills for any investigator, to be sure.
Don't give up.
Ah bah tiens, c'est au tour de Whitson maintenant.
Oh, you're not with Sholmes?
We are fast friends and partners, but even we don't spend all our waking hours together. On a case, we stick to our own specialties and try not to interfere with each other's processes.
Your specialties?
Sholmes tends to rely on instinct and inspiration to make his deductions. I prefer to quietly analyze the details of a crime. I suppose we are both the products of our environments.
You also come from quite the family, huh? No less impressive than Sholmes, at least.
Oh, please, come off that. Sholmes' grandfather was a world-famous detective. Mine was a world-famous detective's aide. Sholmes' father became police commissioner, while mine was never promoted beyond lieutenant. His mother is a
Ils étaient aussi liés que ça même dans les générations précédentes.
Mine, a best-selling mystery novelist's assistant. Sholmes comes from a line of brilliant deductive geniuses, while I come from a line of glorified sidekicks. There are no Inspector Heinkels or Silent Sleuth Kikyos among my relatives. Not that I'd expect the heirs to the houses of Lee and Genealogia to understand.
So what are you gonna do once Sholmes figures out his career path?
Who knows? I can only do what I can, quietly, out of the spotlight.
I see.
Le mec est affligé par le second rôle.
He's almost like a different person when he's not together with Sholmes.
Tiens, je vais remonter, je pense. Non. Pas le bon endroit. Ah bah tiens, il y a un événement ici.
Oh, Idia. I'll not be taking any ridiculous questions about why a knight like myself is now working for some backwater municipal police force.
Heinkel.
Do not worry. I have not betrayed your father's trust, nor have I turned my back on Eternia. My business is mine alone. Further prying will get no more out of me.
Il l'a stoppé direct.
I would not object to telling you the tale, but now is not the time. I suggest you desist.
Inspector, you must see this, sir.
Understood. I'm on my way.
Heinkel.
What more can you have to pester me about?
Just, why are you still wearing that? I mean, you don't usually see a crime scene investigator in full plate armor.
Ha! Have you ever seen me in anything else? It'll take more than a job change to get me to lay these aside. Not to mention my great shield.
Le vieux argument.
You say so.
Sir!
Ah! Can you simpletons go 1 minute without hounding me? What is it this time?
It's Madame Golddigger, sir. She's dead.
What's that you say?
I heard a noise and came running, but she was already cold.
Did she do this herself? A murder-suicide?
A fine mess this has become.
The madam is dead? Oh, say it is not so!
Madame Golddigger as well? But what about the sale?
Le mec est préoccupé par le
That's
vent.
hardly.
Is it true? Lord Gulliver's wife dead as well?
Whitson, quick to the scene, I see.
Ugh, everyone's already here but you, Sholmes.
So, Madame Golddigger is also dead. This is surely a case of murder.
Le mec est trop perspicace.
And just why do you think that, Sholmes?
Call it a sixth sense? A flash of insight? A strong hunch? And it tells me now that the murderer is hiding beneath that table! Wait, huh?
Come, Sholmes, even for you, that's a bit... What's that?
Oh? Ils ont trouvé une note?
A note. I shall follow where you go. Did Madame Golddigger write this?
She killed herself out of grief over the loss of her beloved husband?
No. This was surely planted by the murderer to lead us astray. A personal challenge from the true culprit.
Hang on, where's the challenge in there?
There must be a hidden message. If we look at the first letter of each sentence...
There's only one sentence!
Oh, enough! We start the investigation from the top. Yeah, what a miserable day.
Comment ils sont en train de ruiner l'enquête? Les boucliers indestructibles. Ce Heinkel, il est originaire de Hartshield? Il me semble que oui, et il a l'âge du commandant Goodman, je crois. Tu penses que Heinkel, qui faisait partie de l'armée éternienne, a eu le chef des sentinelles pour ami d'enfance? Les deux semblent être très attachés à leur bouclier en tout cas. Tu crois qu'ils ont déjà... Déjà quoi? Eh bien, tu sais, comparer la taille de leur bouclier, c'est genre de choses. Mais non. Ils se sont sûrement déjà mesurés l'un à l'autre. On ne le saura jamais. Heinkel ne s'est jamais épanché sur sa vie d'avant l'armée. Je sais, ils se sont sûrement battus pour la main de la belle Eleanor. Oh, cette idée me plaît, j'imagine déjà le tableau. Un combat passionné sur le pont d'Aizen, qui dura 3 jours et 3 nuits. Minute papillon, j'ai déjà entendu cette histoire. Mais les faveurs de la victoire revinrent au jeune Goodman. Heinkel, déshonoré par cette défaite, quitta leur village sans un bruit et ne revint jamais. Ta ta ta. C'est forcément ce qui s'est passé. C'est décidé, je vais poser la question à Heinkel. Attends-moi, j'arrive, nous saurons la vérité même au péril de nos vies. J'avoue, je n'ai jamais compris pourquoi les filles adorent ce genre d'histoire. Alors, qu'est-ce qu'il vous a dit? Il m'a tapé sur la tête avec un gantelet. Moi aussi. Mais ne perdons pas espoir, la vérité est ailleurs. Bon, avant de parler à Heinkel, je vais parler un petit peu à tout le monde. Ouais, il y a les PNJ qui racontent exactement la même chose en fait, ça sert à rien.
Heinkel, how sure are we that this room is really secure?
We've been over every inch and found not a single hidden passage. It's a sealed chamber if I ever saw one.
Kikyo, you stayed here when you were with the Black Blades, didn't you? How well did you all know the fort?
When I was stationed here as part of the Black Blades covert forces, I knew every hidden passage in this fort. It appears, however, that there have been renovations since then, which could very well mean...
Ah bah tiens.
Alright, listen up. I want you to go over every square inch of this room with a fine-tooth comb. Leave no stone unturned.
Yes, sir.
Excuse me, Uncle Heinkel. We'd like to have a word with you.
What is it this time, Sholmes?
I just thought, perhaps we should consult with Mr. Lesser. He is the owner of the fort.
Not bad.
Il manque un peu de confiance en lui.
Renovations? I'm afraid any such work would have occurred before I acquired the property.
But you should have records showing the name of the former owner, yes? The one who carried out said renovations?
Yes, I believe I do.
I thought as much. Just as you should have records of the two of us working here. Isn't that so, Whitson?
That's true enough.
I remember it well. We were still students then. It was the best pay we'd ever got.
Ah, ils ont déjà travaillé ici?
Why, yes, it was.
Et ça gêne Whitson?
You heard the man.
Oh la vache, Whitson cache quelque chose. C'est énorme. Pour la réorientation de Holmes, il participait pas du tout aux conversations, et là il commence à être gêné quand on parle un peu de son passé.
Not too shabby, Sholmes. You might have what it takes to pull off an investigation. With careful police work and keen instinct, both.
I wonder. In truth, I still can't decide. Am I best suited to the life of an inspector, tirelessly pursuing criminals through steady, thorough investigation? Or am I destined to become a genius detective, using logic and inspiration to track down the most evasive criminal masterminds?
You gotta pick one, huh?
Oh, ça y est, on peut déjà faire le choix. J'ai encore besoin de réfléchir. Vous devrez entrer dans la police et vous avez l'âme d'un détective privé. Je vais faire ce premier choix là pour l'instant. Juste pour voir les scènes.
I think you should follow in Heinkel's footsteps. You'd make a great inspector. Now's not the time for you to be running around on your own as a private eye, with nothing to guide you but your hunches. Start off by working with people who have experience. Learn the ropes of how to investigate, then go from there. If you do that, I bet you'll make a great inspector someday.
Why, yes. When you put it that way, it's elementary. I'll train to become an inspector under my dear Uncle Heinkel's tutelage.
Kikyo?
I was asked by your parents to help you find a job. A sheltered little fool I barely have any ties to, but still I agree to watch over you, even though I would rather do anything else. And this is how you repay me, you ingrate?
Kikyo?
And you. I knew you had more muscles than brains, but are you truly so foolish as to think that you could suggest that Sholmes become an inspector and it wouldn't end with you battling me, idiot?
Battez Kikyo pour obtenir l'astérisque des ninjas. Dans ce cas, vous ne recevez pas l'astérisque des chevaliers. Réfléchissez bien. Alors, chevalier, guerrier équilibré, aussi excellent en attaque qu'en défense, peut manier à deux mains une arme à une main pour frapper plus fort. Ninja, redoutable guerrier de l'ombre, capable de se battre à deux armes, frappe si vite que ses ennemis ne voient pas ses coups partir. Bon, on va voir tout de suite l'autre scène maintenant.
To be frank, am I bet? Or...
Sholmes, I think you should follow in Kikyo's footsteps and become a private detective. There's something to be said for structure and teamwork, but once you start to rely on that structure, that's when you'll get lazy. Work on your own like Kikyo, and you'll have to fend for yourself. You'll be tested to hone your wits and instincts. Do that, and you'll have a bright, crime-solving future ahead of you. I'm sure of it.
Why, yes. When you put it that way, it's elementary. I'll dedicate myself to becoming a great private investigator, just like Aunt Kikyo.
What is this nonsense? A fine pair you make.
Heinkel!
You may come from a great family, but don't let that go to your head, you mewling little upstart. Perhaps you've been caught up in this fool's starry-eyed dreams, but to seriously recommend that my dunce of a nephew become a PI? Just a load I'd expect from a know-nothing glutton like you, idiot.
Ah.
Heinkel, don't you think you're being a bit harsh?
Shut your mouth, maggot! Persist in this idiocy and you will face me in battle. Are you prepared for that?
Et là, c'est pour récupérer le chevalier.
Smart move. Don't let it happen again.
Ok, du coup on a vu les deux scènes. Je vais aller en profiter pour sauvegarder un petit peu. Alors on a le choix entre conseiller Holmes d'entrer dans la police et combattre Kikyo pour la classe ninja, ou bien conseiller de devenir détective privé et combattre Heinkel pour la classe chevalier. Dans les deux cas, Holmes il s'y plairait. Donc soit on lui demande d'évoluer étape par étape, ou soit on lui demande de griller quelques-unes pour éviter de se lasser. On va donc s'arrêter là pour cet épisode. N'oubliez pas de vous abonner pour ne pas manquer la suite, de liker et commenter pour me partager votre avis, votre choix. Sur ce, je vous fais plein de Pikaputo, on se retrouve très vite pour une prochaine vidéo. D'ici là, portez-vous bien.